Welcome, everybody, to the Exalba podcast number 6. I'm 100% sure this is episode 6.
Ah, that tastes good.
If it's not, then fuck it, we'll retcon it at some point.
Why give things numbers? That's why do we have to do it? That's for the viewers to find out.
True.
They have to find.
If you guys like it enough, you'll know which number it is. Y'all be stoked on it. Yeah, it is episode 6.
Where are we at for the
Sub count?
Viewers.
It's 18, I believe. Making big moves.
Damn, we're 2 away. 2 away, guys. Tell a friend, tell a relative, a shut-in.
Shut out and listen to the podcast.
Yep.
But
We're not long. Stop being lazy.
Yeah. We're drinking on Impresso Jasmine Tea. This is the local shop talk where we speak about local businesses. So
Not anymore, but
we're drinking Jasmine Tea, and it's all right.
it is.
Also, Art is drinking beer at the same time as he's drinking
It's
his
a special
tea.
beer too, mate.
Ooh, look at that.
This is a sherbet ice cream flavored sour from Burning Barrels.
Is it made by monks?
No, it's made by probably
The devil?
Mexicans. Like everything.
The spicy devils?
Like everything in this country, it's made by Mexicans.
Ay, chale.
I mean, it'd be like that.
Some might say we're winning, and you're welcome, America.
We just gotta dude. When I ever see like a Hispanic person in the back of a Chinese restaurant, that's what I clap. I'm like, we see where we're. That's when I get real proud.
It's the United Nations of dishes.
I'm just like, we did that shit.
What should we call our fans if we ever get fans? The Deathies?
No, Death by Exile, the Exiled.
The Exiled.
The
Yeah,
Exiled.
there you go. We can probably model it after like Horus's Heresy or some shit.
The Initiated.
The Initiated, the Damned. Oh, that's too on the head.
I like the Damned, but we'll go with the Exiled.
The Exiles. Y'all are now exiles,
Yes.
like us.
Death by Exile.
You're on this island with a fat Napoleon and Art and Bob.
Who's so full of himself.
That we believe
he
that
couldn't
we'll
kill
have.
himself.
We believe that we'll have fans.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, COVID. Speaking about COVID. Oh no, let's not talk about
It's
COVID.
still going on.
Yeah. We got our guns and we're in the bunker. We've been here for like a year or two now. But no, fuck that. Let's talk about the stonks. Stonks.
Dude.
That was a fucking crazy 2 days.
Well, it's still going on, but
Technically.
yeah, dude. If you ever want to lose fucking face in democracy, or not democracy, but capitalism, that was it right there, dude. Like,
yeah. Robin Hood fucked everybody.
dude, they're
Hard.
fucking cowards.
Yeah.
Dude, what they did was this for anyone who like doesn't understand what happened or whatever. Vaguely, this is what happened. A hedge fund, which is ran by basically when really wealthy people put their money together and they have a manager manage their money to make investments to make them even more money, which I'm not knocking. That's just it's a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
But basically what they do is they wanted to short a stock. So what they did is they found a company that was for sure going to fucking fail.
Mm-hmm.
Like basically GameStop is the Blockbuster of video game rentals.
Yeah.
I mean, retail. It's funny because it just has a bad practice model of buyback.
Yeah.
And then just the stores, are just basically boutique-y, overpriced retailers where now you can actually download the game and sit in the living room and, you don't have to buy a physical copy anymore.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
all they do is they sell the physical copy.
I only use Steam. I can never see myself going to a GameStop ever again. I haven't.
Well, there was like the thrill of like lining up and getting.
Oh, yeah.
And then they have kitschy stuff you can buy like accessories and cool, Funko Pops, whatever the fuck. And so basically, there's a company that was gonna fail, and what they did is they shorted the stock on it, and basically what they did is they bet that the stock was gonna fail, even though they knew it was gonna fail.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they shorted the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
And what's really fucked up, a lot of people forget, is that these retail stores are all owned and operated by people, and they're
jobs.
They're basically betting that these guys will not have jobs in the
that they're
future,
gonna lose
and that they'll
their
have to liquidate any pension or anything that has to do with the store.
Yeah, which is fucking scummy as hell.
Yeah, and what it is the stock is legal gambling. Basically, they're betting that it's gonna fail, and that's gonna fail big. And what they do is they pumped a lot of money into the bet of it failing.
Mm-hmm. That's the shortage. You
you
get interest if
the
stock fails or falls fast enough.
Exactly. So
So
then
you get like 25 cents off of the dollar or some
Yeah.
stupid shit like that.
So what these guys did on Reddit is basically come up with the idea that, hey, look,
they shorted this
They shorted this-
140%.
yeah, they
more than the actual company has.
yeah, they're beating this thing to death because they've got a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But they got a lot of money, but not a lot of people. They just have a lot of money from these small amount of people that are backing it.
Yeah.
So how about we all get together in this forum and start buying the stock,
GameStop. Yeah.
and we just buy the fuck out of it, and we raise the stock price up, and basically what we'll do is we'll take the money from the hedge fund because they have to pay
Yeah. They got
pay an interest if the stock
they
rises.
They got to actually pay the stock that they are betting that they're going to lose.
So and it was funny because it was like a joke for gamers because gamers hate GameStop because
Yeah.
of the whole buyback thing,
yeah.
and they'd be like, well, it'd be funny to like back a known losing company
Mm-hmm.
like the Nokia and AMC because Nokia phones
AMCX.
Yeah.
Not AMC.
Nokia phones obviously the fucking shitty
yeah. And BlackBerry as well.
phone.
Yeah.
But so yeah, they on Reddit they convinced a huge majority population on to buy the stock. It flooded the market, and these people had to pay the interest, which the people who bought the stock started gaining,
Yeah.
and it started growing and growing and growing. And Robinhood, who was a big brokerage for the people who had the stock,
So brokerage
Shut-
apps. Let explain to
Yeah,
people
yeah.
is that's how you buy and sell stocks. Is you have to go through a brokerage. So Robinhood was a modeled brokerage off of an app that supposedly gave the power to like the consumer of everyday people.
yeah.
And what did they do?
Yeah, they shut the trade on it.
Yeah.
Basically, they said that we're shutting the trade down. What they did is they also they did it for 2 days. They shut the trade down. You couldn't make any trades on it, and then you couldn't access your own trade portfolio
Yeah.
for the trades whatsoever. And people that were cashing out on it, which is kind of fucked up, is that they were like trying to get them to like either say that the sell was invalid, or they were calling them out and publicly announcing like who got what money from their sell.
Oh shit!
So there's a guy.
They were doxing people.
Pretty much what they were doing is
Wow.
they were like calling people out who like
Wow.
made huge gains on it, and we're like, oh hey, congratulations to you, you made this much money, so and so and so and so.
Johnson E, who lives
people
on
like,
Albany
yeah.
123.
And like saying like, and then people were like, yeah, now my distant relatives are coming out the woodworks. I knew I made like
$1 million.
on the stocks. I put in like 10 grand.
Yeah, pretty much it's like you hit the lottery, and then the lotto company is like, guess who won the lottery, everybody?
Yeah, well, I mean that was only a small couple of cases, but
Mhm.
the big thing is they shut the app down.
So you can only sell, not
consumer.
buy.
And the reason why they said is because they thought a solvency where they wouldn't have enough money to back it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make any fucking sense
because
because
it's my money.
Robinhood would have made on the interest
Yeah.
that you pay for them to use their app. They would have made fucking a shitload of money.
Yeah.
The reason why is because their peers, which are the people who have the hedge fund,
Or telling
pressured them.
Yeah.
and they use the government to lobby to pressure them to say, "Hey, we're losing a lot of money. We don't like that. It's not fair to us,
It's not fair.
and you need to shut it down." And Robinhood, which is named after stealing from the rich, giving from the poor,
Yeah.
fucking bitched out.
Ad break time. Today's sponsor is MedGel. MedGel is the future Star Trek inspired.
Let me tell you what today's sponsor is. We're talking about medicine. Holy shit!
I know, it kind of just worked out like that, didn't it? This is a hair gel. It's not, you can't use it for any kind of medical things. It just spikes your hair up.
We'll
And
talk
you look
about,
like the dude from a Power 5000
yeah, we'll talk about or Slim Jim
or Slim Jim
dude.
character
or Static X
or Static X. Yeah, the big.
He had the
yeah,
Slim Jim haircut.
big old hair. But yeah, that was our ad. Do you have any ads
Dude.
or any beer you want to talk about? Or also your arm.
We'll come back to that after the break.
Yeah.
But whatever the fuck that doctor put me under when I went to surgery, dude. That shit.
That shit was dope.
Holy fuck.
That's our other sponsor, is Anesthetic. If you want to just live life and not give a fuck about anything, put yourself out with some anesthetic. All right, we're back. Your arm, how is that? Do you want to describe that to the people listening?
So I had I'm off from work on disability because I had surgery on my wrist.
Oh,
And,
shit.
I had this. Well, see, this is the thing. I don't know what I had. I have an idea what I had, but apparently that was wrong because
Oh.
I went into surgery to have a cyst removed out of my wrist.
Okay, I thought you hurt yourself.
When I was younger, I dislocated my wrist and it's like a really bad dislocation, but there was no break. And I was around probably age like 13, 14. And ever since that, when I got reset, I would sometimes get what I thought was a ganglion cyst. What that is like a capsule that basically forms of like synovial fluid under your skin.
Okay.
From like an area, and it would just blow up. And then you what I would do is I would get it drained.
Yeah, drain that.
But if it gets to a point where it keeps coming back and it starts hurting you, which it did to me, like I couldn't put too much pressure on my palm.
Ooh.
So like if I was doing a push-up, all my weight is gonna go on my left arm, gets on my right arm.
Okay.
Because it would just hurt, and then it got to the point where I went skating one day and it got huge. It like got the entire. Mine is on my forearm, but they can be under too, or they can be on the side. Mine was on my forearm. One day I went skating, and I fell on it, and it was the size of my like entire forearm. It was huge, and it was puffy and red, and it was like bad. I couldn't move my hand for that day.
Oh God.
And the next day I could move my hand, but it hurt. It hurt like and I went to make an appointment for the doctor. Doctor's like, okay, drain this. It hurts. And he's like, nope, surgery. I'm like, well, can you drain in the meantime? He's like, nope, surgery. Let's leave it. And then the time it takes to get surgery, it goes down, which is harder for the surgeon to fix.
Yeah, to figure it out.
So I kind of like would try to do push-ups on my forearm. Yeah, or to like try to get it puffy, and I kind of did. It worked that way.
Oh God.
But so we go to surgery, and I'm having the consultation with the anesthesiologist. By the way, you're supposed to get dropped off because I know they're going to use some kind of they're going to put me under. I don't know if they're going to put me fully under or partially under, but I can't drive.
Mm-hmm.
I can't drive because of that. Same thing when you do like dental work. If you get put under, you can't drive home.
No, fuck no.
Also, I have to drive a stick shift, so I can't shift my car.
Yeah.
So I asked my dad if he can take me. And he's like, yeah, sure. And he calls me the day before surgery, and he's like,
I can't take you.
He's like, hey, I don't want to wake up that early to take you, so how about you take yourself, and then I'll just drive you home.
God.
I'll get dropped off. I'm like, yeah, but they can't see me. If they see me pull in by myself, they're not going to let me have the surgery. So like I pull in, and I'm like, thank God it's the earliest appointment they have. So like it's just one lady like in the surgeons aren't there yet. So I'm like, okay, she sees me, and I'm just like, she's like, doesn't even ask like who's your, and I just give my dad's phone number. I'm like, oh, he's gonna pick me up. Yeah, he just dropped me off. He's gonna pick me up.
Yeah.
I totally lie.
You like you show up with like a hood and a Adidas tracksuit, go behind a bush, and
I text him too. Like
suit.
I know he's sleeping. I just text him like, hey, remember I have surgery today.
Don't forget.
Pick me up at this time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give them your phone number to call you too.
You're responsible for me.
So I told my friend Anthony came over. Right, he's like the only person that's visiting because I was kind of paranoid too about quarantine afterwards. Was that like I said, I had to be quarantined for that weekend by myself. No one could come visit me, and then I went straight to surgery. When they're prepping me, because you have to get into like the gown and stuff like that, take all your clothes off, and I could have a lot of hair. I have to wear a hairnet too.
Yeah.
The anesthesiologist will come and have a consultation before you go to surgery. So he comes in, and he's telling me like, I don't think we're gonna put you all the way under. He's like, they might even cancel the surgery because you're not all the way puffy, and it might be harder to close the capsule for the ganglion cyst.
Okay.
So we'll talk to the surgeon when he gets here, and then I was like, all right, cool. But he's like, we're not going to put you all the way under. He's like, sound good? I'm like, okay, that's good. He's like, what's the difference? He's like, well, difference is, he's like, you're kind of in and out. You might twitch a little bit, but it's okay. And it'll be easier for you to come out. He's like, fully under is when we have to put a trach down your
throat
and stuff like that, and you're completely out. So he's like, we shouldn't do that because you're only going to be here for like 2 hours anyways. I was like, cool. So put me into the surgery room. They're wheeling me in, and then I get up, and she's like, you're going to get on the table. And the table is a crucifix. It's not a gurney. Like, it's a straight, like, it's a skinny table where you have to put your knees and feet together to fit on the bed.
God.
And then they strap you down, and then you put your left and your right arm out, and they're not. It's a straight crucifix table. And I'm like, oh, this is fucking crazy. And then like,
did they put a thorn?
And then they strap you down. No, but this is the funny part. So
they got nails.
Apparently my dad's cousin is one of the operating nurses.
What?
She's going down the list, and she's like, she's like, ask me information. She's like, one last question for you. She's like, yes. She's like, oh, are you Bernadette's son? And I'm like, yes. But I put my mom down as like, parental information. And I said yes. So I thought I would just add answering like true or false questions. She's like, "Oh, I'm your dad's cousin, Maria." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Like, like there's a family here now, apparently."
Wow.
She's like, I haven't seen you since you were little." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Wow,
Well,
that's
she's like,
very-
I was like, "I'll tell my dad you said hi when I come out of surgery."
If I hopefully
I
come
come
out, if I come out,
Um,
what serendipitous luck you have there?
yeah. So then, like, the anesthesiologist is there,
Serendipity.
and he's strapping me down, and he's like, "All right, we're gonna put the needle in your arm." And the Dr. Lynn, my surgeon,
Huge.
is like, he has to go all the way under. He's like, "What?" He's like, "Fully under." And the anesthesiologist looking at him, and he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I have to put him all the way under."
Oh no.
So I'm like, "Whatever." Like, I don't care. The needle's already in my arm.
Yeah, you're like
So,
it's a free ride
dude,
for me.
I'm looking straight up, and a huge like surgical lamps in front of me, and I was telling everyone, "Dude, this fool is not playing. He is blasting Sweet Caroline." That song, Sweet Caroline. Ba, ba, ba. Dude, that thing is blasting in the operating room.
Oh wow.
And it's the last thing I fucking hear.
Oh my god.
And I wake
dude.
up, like, swear to God, dude, all I'm doing is looking up, listening to Sweet Caroline. That's not a bad way to go out, too. I thought about it. I was like, that wouldn't be a bad way to go out. If I died on that table, like,
You saw
complication.
the credits start
Dude,
rolling up.
It's
With
just
Sweet
like,
Caroline.
they just go out to Sweet Caroline. I was like, that wasn't that bad. But it kind of made me laugh because he has a playlist.
Oh, okay.
I mean, wouldn't you as a surgeon?
Yeah, I just have hella Metallica.
Yeah, ride the lightning.
Yeah, over and over again.
Yeah, so I wake up in the recovery, and I have this on my hand, this giant bandage, and then I'm just like out of it, and I can hear, but I can't move.
Oh no.
So then I'm literally struggling to get my motor skills back, and this lady next to me is like, I'm in pain, and I'm like, oh fuck, that's not what you want to hear when you wake up. So then my dad comes and gets me, blah blah, and then my dad being my fucking dad, like you asked me what happened, my dad's super vague on things.
Okay.
You have to you have to press this dude to get like full information. Like, I'm like, so what happened? Like, what happened? I'm all drugged up too. I was like, what's happened? And he's like, oh yeah, they said your wrist is good. They fixed it. It's not what they thought it was, but they did it. They fixed it.
Okay.
They got some orange stuff out of you, and then yeah, it's all gone. That's all I know.
Orange
That's all I know
stuff?
what happened. I know that apparently it wasn't a ganglion cyst,
Oh no.
and it's fixed. According to my dad, it's fixed, and it won't happen again. And it's all good.
Okay.
Until I got my follow up with the doctor, and because my mom was saying things, she's like, "Did your dad tell you what happened?" I was like, "No, he gave me some vague thing." She's like, "Well, that's what he told me too."
Okay.
I was like, "So great, I don't know what happened, but apparently it's recovering." Dude, that first day was so hard. I was so drugged up.
Oh wow.
Like, that's why they don't let you drive, because you might be like be able to like walk and talk a little bit and answer questions, dude. You're shot the rest of the day. I went home and I laid on this fucking couch and I watched the sun go down. That was it.
Oh,
I watched the
damn.
sun go down from that.
You were just watching it?
That's all I did. I stayed on this couch. Didn't even turn the TV on. I was just taking sips of water. I just watched the day turn into night.
Dude, that's like that's a lightweight, like terrifying, but at the same time that's hella sick.
And I just like,
That's
I
how
am
that's-
so fucking out of this right now. Like,
That's how
and then
the
the next
beat-
day I woke up and that was when the pain came back.
Oh no.
Because the pain wasn't there. So I was like, oh, I'm a badass. And then
Take that orange shit.
yeah, the next day, that's when the pain and the numbness kicked. That's why I woke up to the pain in my hand. I was like, oh
dude.
shit.
Did they give you drugs?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
but I'm not really big on drugs. So I asked him to give me like what's the least you can give me.
Advil.
He's like Tylenol codeine. I was like, all right, I'll take that. But I'm not everyone. Dude, everyone's like, dude, why didn't you? You could have gave him to me. Why didn't you? Give
No,
why
yeah.
didn't you give Vite? You could have gave me Vite. Why didn't you give me much lower? You could have like, dude, because I'm fucking like drugs. Fine.
Yeah, true. I would just get heroin.
Yeah, I mean, I probably could have got fucking OxyContin. But I asked.
Yeah, Oxycontin.
Because he literally was like, what do you want? What do you think you should get? And I was like, dude, I don't like, I told him, I was like, dude, when I have dental work too, like, and I have to like, when I had root canals and stuff, I like, drugs make, like, I'm probably the only person that does not like taking drugs. Like, drugs make me sick. I vomit them up. I can't take
Wow.
Vicodin because it makes me sick. I'll vomit it up.
Wow. That's
I've
interesting.
had it before too, where like, I've had a really bad fever. They gave me Vicodin. And I'm just spending the rest of the day throwing up in my bed.
Oof.
Just a straight white powder.
Oof, that's rough.
Yeah. So like, yeah, don't say no to drugs.
Yeah. I think that thing is called In the Dusk or like Twilight or some shit like that when you're all drugged up after a surgery. There's a name for it. Like there's a specific name for it.
What I felt was like, I just knew I was like, I'm not doing shit today.
Yeah. Like,
Today
this
is
is
just
my
me
day.
and this fucking couch.
Yeah, you're like, this is my day today.
And it's not even like you just want to. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get comfortable. That's all. It feels like you're just like kind of coming out of being awake.
Oh damn.
So you're still like you have that I'm still in bed rolling around feeling.
Oh, that sounds kind of nice, I guess. But like for the whole day.
Well, if you're like in a place that's safe.
Yeah.
But imagine like if you're somewhere that you didn't want to be and you had to be. Like that would fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah, that would be horrible. Also, I've heard. I don't know how true this is. I'm not a medical professional. I'm just Bob the lame.
And then my
dumbass
fucking
brain.
throat hurt too.
Oh,
And that was
yeah?
because he slid the trach down, and I didn't. That's
Oh.
when I was like, he took the trach down my throat.
Yeah, because you went completely under.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, supposedly the way anesthetic works is that it's two things they do. One is they put your body under certain chemicals that keep your body movements dormant. They knock you out, but it's not actually that's not what makes you not knock out. What really makes you knock out is that there's this other thing that they do where your brain just stops making memories. So that's the real anesthetic. The real anesthetic is they give you a drug that just completely turns off the part of your brain that makes memories.
Oh.
So that's why you're all like drugged out and shit. Is because that the drug that you're feeling is the shit for your body.
Like
But
Cosby
the real,
me.
yeah, the real anesthetic is just in the brain, and it just pretty much cuts out your memory,
Oh,
which
dude,
is
yeah.
terrifying.
Because I've had it happen twice to me where when I got my wisdom teeth taken out, because my insurance is really good, so they said, let's take all 4 of them out.
Yeah,
all at
yeah. Yeah, I remember
And-
you were telling me.
Yeah, and that one I was a little more aggressive coming out.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I was kind of scared of. Because last time I did it, I was a little aggressive coming out of the wooziness.
The wooziness. That's the Mexican in you.
And I was like mean to my dad. Same thing. My dad, I think my girlfriend at the time picked me up, but then
oh no.
my dad, she said I was talking shit.
Oh.
She was like,
You can't handle this, old man.
she said, you're just talking shit to your dad.
Oh no.
Like, get off of me. You don't touch me. Like
Yeah.
I don't need you. Blah blah. Blah. As like as he helps me into like his house. Fuck off. I don't need you.
That's probably future art because you already knew you were gonna have your own house and shit.
No, but I was just being like hella aggressive towards him only. That was the thing.
Oh.
Like I was like, fuck you, dad. I don't need your help. Like I don't know why.
I'm fucking.
Everyone else I was like nice to, but
Yeah.
when I was like, don't touch me. Like you know, like
That's sons and fathers, bro. That shit
Oedipus-
eventually
I don't know.
happens.
That's not Oedipus. Oedipus is
Dude, you
wanna
wanna fuck your
your
mom?
Yeah, fuck your mom and kill your dad. Yeah,
What a twist.
what a twist. Very Greek tragedy of me.
You look Greek, so
Yeah.
lightweight. But no, I was saying like I had the same shit happen with me and my dad. Not the whole being a asshole to him, but there was a moment in time when I worked with him where everything was cool. Even when the foreman was like, "You can work with your dad," and I was like, "Yeah." Like, you can't work with your son. He's like, "Hell no, my son's an asshole." He's like, "I can't work with my son." And then I left and came back to work with my dad, and it happened. Like, me and my dad were butting heads all the fucking time. And I feel like that's just a very common thing with like sons and fathers. Like, eventually there's a moment where you both see each other as men, or you both see each other as equals, and it's kind of like, I do my things, you do your things, you know?
Yeah,
And you don't
I
really
love
want
I love my dad. And,
Yeah, I love my
But
dad
when I was
too.
younger, I was definitely like more.
Yeah, you were trying to do it your way. Like, you had your own
Yeah,
things
me and my dad
going.
didn't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was definitely more like I'm I don't take after my mom or my dad. I take after me.
Yeah.
And then my sister takes after my mom. My brother takes after my dad. I'm on my own. Kind
Yeah.
of stupid mentality, but
I'm my Oedipus.
yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill myself and fuck myself. Yeah,
That's very
I'm
meta.
gonna kill myself and fuck myself.
That's the way to go, dude. That'd be the best way to go. I really, it is the whole thing about like ancient Greeks and what the fuck did they know? Aristotle was a fucking idiot.
He
But-
hella diddled kids.
They all did. Speaking
Plato.
of,
I don't know about Socrates. Socrates is annoying.
yeah, Socrates. But anyways,
Socrates was just a dick.
I love Socrates. That's my go-to guy. But yeah, I understand what you're saying.
But like, they killed him because he's fucking annoying.
Yeah, you talk too much. But what's
Too
it
much
called?
shit. I think he may have been like would it be crazy if he was like autistic?
Oh my. Okay, Art.
And like, hey,
Asperger's?
Yeah, he had Asperger's, and they're just like,
You like toys? I like toys too. Let's talk about it for days.
oh my god, Thomas the Train Engine.
Shots out or a callback to our old inside joke. But what I'm trying to say is that the
Love
Greeks,
on the spectrum.
the Greek, all right, dude, the Greeks are an ancient people. Usually, ancient people were like kids and they're stupid and dumb as fuck. But I do want to believe what they say about violence.
They only live to like 40. So.
Yeah, they only lived up to 40. How smart could they be? They couldn't even figure out how to wash their fucking hands.
They probably, dude,
idiots.
if you dropped us back there, I'm saying, no, we did like a time machine. You dropped, and we could speak like
their
language,
and we couldn't, and we didn't die from.
They would probably
diseases.
look at us like fucking narnars. Like,
yeah, they'd be like,
what the hell? Like, what do you mean you can't? Like, we're Taco Bell. What the hell are you talking?
Yeah,
like
Baja Blast.
You order things and things come to you. Like,
we're from the
future.
future. We are future men.
Why
we
are you
really
guys
are.
so thin and not hairy and like how are you survive the elements?
And you smell so nice. But
yeah, man. I mean,
that shit, have you heard that the militaries are starting to freak out because people are able to program swarms of drones that move too fast and are too accurate?
Tight.
They can't combat it.
Tight.
So, like, if a terrorist cell out there can figure out, I shouldn't say that.
I mean, dude, let me tell you,
that's terrifying.
When my buddies fly their drones around, we always make that joke. We're like, that's the last thing you hear before you die.
Zoom.
Yeah, it's the last thing you're gonna hear.
Because I would imagine.
See, that's why I should have went out on the operation table with the Sweet Caroline, because I would have rather go out to that song
instead of
than
a drone.
Boom. That's all it is. That's all you need to do. Because people were like, well, how are you going to fucking program a drone to shoot a gun? I'm like,
you don't have to. You could just run
fucking rig that motherfucker with explosives.
Oh,
Boom.
you could just have a brick on it and run it into someone's head.
Yeah.
That's like throwing a stone that's always going to hit.
Yeah. Boom.
I've heard, I don't know, I'm not a weapons expert, but I've heard that technically
Don't
speaking,
sell yourself short.
I do have a lot of guns. No, but anyways, I've heard that the most deadly weapon that a human...
The Kimber? Yeah, I agree.
Those rods that come from space. No.
Oh, yeah.
The most
kinetic weapons.
The most deadly thing that a human can use is a rock.
Yeah, kinetic force.
Yeah, because it never wastes away. If you kill someone with that rock, you can pick it up and kill another person with that rock.
Yeah, easier cinder block.
Yeah, and that's pretty much a fucking drone. If you can for sure have a drone just fucking ram itself in... if you can cheaply produce a fuck ton of drones and put rocks on those fuckers, those are smart rocks.
It's just
those
density.
rocks will never miss.
Yeah.
The fucking drone picks up a rock, runs it into your head,
Imagine a little flying rock that can go like
super fucking fast,
like 100 miles an hour.
And that's another thing. Is like people,
imagine a swarm of those hitting.
Yeah,
you're
dead,
yeah.
dude. You and your friends are dead. You and your friends are dead.
Yep.
But the thing is this: what's amazing to me is that we live in the future. So for Zoomers and people in our generation, we understand what a drone is. We've seen drones. I've flown a drone. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
we know what a drone is. So we know how fast a fucking drone can
kids
go.
that are born now, like
we'll never understand
like
shitty RC
the idea,
things.
Well, but it's going to be hard for them to even understand the idea of like trench warfare or like military lines and ranks and formation and like stuff like that, because
they'll be just robots fighting robots.
They've grown up to like the idea that you're just gonna send fucking autonomous things out and fuck shit up.
Yeah, dude. Because that's what I'm trying to say is like you can because if you're a boomer or if you're someone that's a little older than me or you, they might assume like, well, I mean, like how much can a drone do? Like how smart can a drone be? These things are already at sci-fi level.
We can barely handle bees. Now imagine like smart bees.
Yeah, with rocks. I can't stress enough how terrifying it is that these things can be smart rocks.
Yeah,
because again, like I was saying, like drones are at a sci-fi level at this point. You can really program these things to pretty much almost do anything with their carrying capacity.
I'll catch that later.
But what's it called? Can you mute it?
I'm trying to bury it. As much
That's that reptilian brain.
Reptilian brain. Yeah.
Anywho, this is what I'm again. I keep because it's my brain. I always get I get sidetracked.
No, keep going.
Yeah,
you're in the zone.
You can program these fuckers to do light shows. You know, a whole group of them all on the same program to make shapes and formations and move around each other so well that it's again like sci-fi. Like you can really do a lot of things with these fucking robots. So if you were to just take the safeties off on their speed, or if you were able to just again like attach things to them and you don't give a fuck about human life, you could really it's almost like Great Goo. Like it's very just
and like imagine like those things had
horrifying.
napalm on them too. So like when they impacted, they just like
you got sticky fire on you. Oh,
so tight.
I'm not trying to give no one ideas, but we're just saying that drones.
I mean, there's already the drone. There's already. You ever seen the logger drone?
What is it?
The logger drone.
No. Oh, it brings beers and stuff.
No, the logger drone is like what it does. It
Like
cuts.
what?
It cuts trees down there. Like
Oh,
the
the
branches are
logger.
too high up, and it also is used to cut power lines safely.
No, I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, some dude basically like designed a drone with like a
chainsaw.
skill saw on it.
I'm talking about rocks, and there's
Yeah,
already
this
drones.
dude like just basically is like, I'm gonna make a flying skill saw,
Oh my god.
and
That's-
it works too, pretty good.
That's like Killdozer. Like there's some ideas out there that are just they're so basic, but it's so destructive. Like a dude being like, I'm just gonna put sheet metal on this fucking bulldozer, and no one's gonna be able to stop me.
Killdozer.
Killdozer, bro.
And he was in the wrong too. What a like
yeah. You don't think? You think?
that dude made such a fucking lie.
He made such a mess out of such a simple fucking thing,
Yeah,
and all because he was.
he just basically made. He was the what do you call it? He's the MJ of fucking his town. Or you just,
pettiness?
yeah, no, I mean, but he used it as fuel to like,
Oh yeah.
first of all, anyone that hates on Michael Jordan after the Last Dance documentary can go fuck themselves because you didn't win none of those fucking.
I was about to say that, like, you have to be like that. to
That
win.
dude made some shit up in his mind to boost himself.
Yeah.
But he never, all these so-called grudges, dude. He never like went out and attacked fucking
Scottie Pippen,
not Scottie Pippen. What's his name? Fucking
the dude that was with the fucked up leg.
not the guy that fucking didn't make the dream team. I can't think of his name right now. Fuck, I can't. He's an asshole. Fuck him though.
Everyone.
No, I can't think of the fucking player's name, but he said that Michael Jordan was the reason that he didn't make the fucking dream team because he wouldn't shake fucking the team's hands and shit like that after they fucking like, lost, and they played dirty basketball where they fucking threw elbows and shit like that.
Yeah.
I can't fucking remember his name. He's irrelevant anyways. Go fuck him. But no, anyone that's like, oh, why couldn't Michael Jordan just been he was kind of not nice. Like, dude, Michael Jordan doesn't drink,
Yeah.
doesn't do drugs,
Gambles a lot.
gambles a lot, but isn't like a degenerate gambler where he's like fucking in the alley of fucking Vegas. Like, dude, he's got to be one of the nicest spokespeople you could have. And yeah, he talks a little bit of trash to his teammates to motivate them, and he does make fake shit up in his mind
Yeah.
to like make, some. But dude, he's a great person. He didn't fuck no kids.
Yeah.
He didn't fucking do anything crazy. He was like an ambassador to the world
Yep.
just because he played well.
And you have to understand that, like, in that line of work, you have to be a hard ass because it's a team effort, and you have to know that if you're weak and the people around you are weak, you're not gonna get those 6
wasn't like
rings.
this
How many
huge
rings did he get?
yeah, it wasn't like a huge womanizer.
No.
Fucking
He was just dedicated and focused to his craft, which was basketball, and that in turn,
Well, I'm saying no, but
has
like I
made
said,
basketball
sometimes
better.
you do need to fucking put some put some fuel on the fire, and
yeah,
him making that shit making these fake grudges up in his mind
fueled him to get
fueled
better.
him, yeah. But he didn't ever take it somewhere where he was like
Fighting
you,
people like fucking McGregor.
fuck
Just
you,
throwing
fuck,
shit
fuck your
at
mom,
buses.
and some fake shit. He knew
Yeah.
he knew it was fake, and he knew he needed it to push himself.
Yeah,
But he didn't. Like he said, he never acted out on it.
yeah. He never threw a barrier at a bus because you're fucking upset at someone in there.
Fuck yeah, the Muni bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, "Don't talk to Black Jesus that way." You damn right.
But what's it called? You saw McGregor get knocked out?
Yeah, I know it's crazy. I watched it at my brother's house, and we were talking about the buyer's remorse for fucking
The pay-per-view?
any kind of pay per view.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean,
You were happy you got that one?
I didn't care.
Uh,
I mean, that's the thing, dude. You can't fight forever,
yeah, it's
And-
amazing, or it's crazy to me.
but
that
he needs to
keeps
get paid.
trying.
And how, dude, it's fighting.
Yeah.
You want to see, dude. There's heels and then there's heroes,
Yep.
and then
He's a good heel.
the dude probably realized he's like, you know what, going in here, I may not have the best chances because I've been out of it for a while. So you got to be the heel to spark money up,
Yeah.
and spark interest. And
Get
they're both gonna walk away with,
Stonks up.
yeah.
Yep. But I think we're done. That was another hour.
But hold on, we got to get back to the making shit up from how we got from Jordan to the drones, making dude. We were on something for a second. Hold on. Fuck.
We were talking about how drones are terrifying because it's just ideas like Killdozer. It's just
Oh
shit
yeah, okay, yeah. The
it's
dude
just shit that's just made up.
Yeah,
it's
that-
very basic, rudimentary things that
yeah. That
normal
dude
folk. I shouldn't say normal folk. I don't believe in normal folk.
that dude just made
But-
himself the victim, basically.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is this: like everyday beings don't just think like if I was to put sheet metal on this bulldozer, it'd be a tank. But the way reality works is that's totally a feasible thing to do. You can definitely just grab sheet metal, grab a bulldozer, stick it together, and you got a tank. You can grab fucking drones, grab some rocks, put it together, and you got a fucking army.
Well, because
I know. And it's unstoppable.
The thing is, though, and this is the thing.
What are those thoughts?
Like I said, there's I have
very dangerous thoughts.
I have like thought world peace was possible for humanity because we're very sociable.
Yeah.
Even the most like hermit person, still self-reliant person, still thinks about the future and about the prodigy of their and stuff like that. Unless you're like,
very zen,
completely like out of it. But like we're all social. We all want community.
Yeah. No matter how woke or how enlightened you are, we
all want community. We all want to share ideas and thoughts with people. We want people to share their thoughts and ideas and hopes and whatever with us.
Your vessel is still an ape that is a social being. Like, whether you want to deny it or not, your physical body craves social interaction.
Yeah, it does. And just like how we crave sunlight. You don't think about it, but if you don't get enough sun, vitamin D, like you feel sicker, you feel weaker, you feel like less happy, and stuff like that. That's why people like who live in Alaska and stuff like that buy those artificial sunlights for their house so they can like not kill themselves and stuff like that. I'm serious. That's a real thing.
But sunlight's not real.
And they're called like happy lights too.
Oh man, that's morbid.
Though you don't fucking just like put yourself in the fucking shotgun.
Talking about that shit, like I was saying earlier, how we're a global thing. But why is it so easy for people to not see eye to eye? Like, not say eye to eye, but like see that. Like, people in China don't like us because we're capitalists. People in America don't like Chinese people because they're communist.
Henry Kissinger said,
but it's like
compromise is the key to diplomacy.
What is it?
Compromise is the foundation and key to diplomacy. I believe he said that.
Yeah.
And diplomacy is like the key to happiness.
Pretty much. It's like a garden.
Where
you just gotta dig it, man.
Though, like I'm saying though, like compromise, like not getting what you want, but finding a happy medium.
Yeah. For
both of you guys, because the opposite effect is nobody getting anything they want.
Yeah, and then eventually boils down to violence.
So I'm like a union member, so collective bargaining, grievances. That's a big thing. Where like you may file a grievance and go into like labor dispute with somebody, and you may not get what you want, but you guys can find a compromise and still both walk away like satisfied. It may not be the initial thing you wanted,
but it's something.
And then on the opposite effect, like you didn't give in all the way, and you got a cheaper deal or an understanding. And understanding for each other is more valuable than actually getting, what you like, the total resolve of what you wanted. Palestine and Israel.
And if you can't compromise, or if the organization that you're a part of isn't like adhering to what you and your collective are saying, why don't you just start your own business? Just do your own fucking venture. I mean, it is terrifying, but at the end of it, if you are able to get a footing in that sector or that situation, then you can buy your own congressman, and then you can buy your own fucking Capitol Hill.
Yep, Ross Perot, the last motherfucker I was ever cared about voting for, dude.
Buy
this
local,
motherfucker. No PACs. Fucking, do it yourself. Make your own money.
Yeah.
Fucking
make your money work for you.
We ain't gonna fucking deal with lobbying or none of that fucking shit. And put your money where your mouth is, dude.
Yeah, and buy real estate in your community. So then, therefore, you better your community and you better yourself while bettering your community. Because in the end of it, that's pretty much what it boils down to when you look at the rigged game. What is the game rigged for? Corporations. So if you want that rigged game to work for you, you and your homies can get on the internet, make a Slack, Facebook, or an Instagram group.
Dude, anyone that sits here and is like, oh, like corporations are treated unfairly, can go like, really, dude? Like Elon Musk had to leave California because
Elon Musk.
The taxes were too high, and he couldn't like.
He's our competition. It's good he's gone. We can get another one.
Yeah, like blah 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 blah. Okay, dude, for sure, don't believe the Simpsons episode of like
the monorail.
No, not the monorail. the radioactive man.
Oh, okay.
Where the town kept coming up with these new taxes that bankrupt the film.
Yeah.
A company. Like there's a a loud mic tax. They like started passing all these taxes that bankrupt the shit out of
Yeah.
God damn it, out of the companies. But so yeah, like California has a huge like tax problem for sure.
Yeah.
We are paying way too many. Our taxes are way too high for what we get in services.
I was about to say that.
We have like Medi-Cal is pretty decent for what it is. Has a lot of fucking gaps in it, but like dude, anyone who pays registration in California for your vehicle and see how shitty our roads are, or how fucking like overpriced compared to other states for just to own a vehicle is like insane.
Yeah.
Like the roads in California are fucking garbage.
Yep.
And
I
we
sh-
pay the
I
high,
should-
and
I
we-
should know.
and we pay the highest in fucking like car registration
Yeah.
and stuff like that for the DMV just to own a vehicle, just to register it every year. So there's a lot of I can understand why people are like fleeing California, especially for cost of living compared to home ownership and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's because they fucked up the whole property tax shit.
Well, not just
Fixed
that.
it, right?
Not just that.
They have it
no,
fixed.
no, there's a lot of stuff. In zoning laws in California are
I'm not
fucked
saying it's
up and-
fixed, but I'm saying like they put it at an absurd rate, and it's like fixed at that rate, and it just keeps like going up. or
I
some
don't.
shit like
I'm
that.
not sure on that one. It might go. It might be county to county on that. I don't think it's statewide.
Yeah,
but,
I
like-
heard some small shit like
Like
that.
California
but it
has
was,
really fucked up. Like okay, so
very
San Francisco
small.
is a big an issue is like cost of living there is because California, San Francisco, you're not allowed to. The property owner has all these rights, and you're not allowed to develop without certain consents. And like so, Victorian homes in San Francisco are beautiful,
Mhm.
but are not cost effective to keep up. And also for that same square footage can house an apartment complex that's modern, cleaner, and more efficient, and can have more people living there. But then blocks the scenic view of another person. That's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I understand like the rolling hills of San Francisco and seeing like the inner sunset and stuff like that. But dude, you have to move on with the times.
Yeah.
And if you're both gonna gain as a property owner to get more tenants in a same space you would have, and for maybe a little bit cheaper costs and more write off, and then more income from the renters, then you need to do it. And anyone who's like, well, that's fucking gentrification. Yeah, that's fucking life, dog.
Yeah, that's what's it called?
You
That's
want-
progression.
Yeah, you want that to happen, you know.
Look
And,
at the East Coast. The East Coast is the model of that,
you know,
and
like
it's way more developed, and it's older than anything we've known in this country. And everybody loves New York. New York is fucking seedy and grimy and dangerous as hell.
New York
but,
is
I mean,
New York is funny because
That's New York.
California and New York have a similarity where there's people who have lived in the same neighborhoods and never left it,
Mhm.
and they have no plans of ever leaving
Yeah.
because they have everything they need there.
Yep.
Same thing with like LA and maybe a little bit of the Bay Area, where there's people who have lived in the Bay Area their entire lives and don't need to leave the Bay Area.
Yeah, it's New York has generational neighborhoods. You know, streets that have been walked over and over again by families. you
Yeah,
know?
and I would say there could be a similar effect in Stockton, like in maybe more
I don't know. about
smaller.
Stockton.
No, I'm saying no, like in smaller communities where you live on like the east side. There's the one corner market. You go to like the fucking one grocery store that's over there, and that's all you
Yeah.
need to know.
Yeah.
And as long as you can pay your rent and buy the food and support your family in that small community, then why would I
Yeah, take off.
and have aspirations to leave? And that sometimes becomes, it becomes like your own cell
Hmm.
where you're like, well, now the land's developing, and I don't want to have to like
Move.
or go somewhere else. Well, dude, that's the story of America, dude. Like if
Yeah.
I lucked out. I happened to find a career in my hometown, but dude, my dad told me like, dude, if you gotta like move to find work, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You know, that's what this country's based off of. Is like I thought about I thought I was gonna become like a longshoreman or something too. Like when I was young, like this is me as a young kid. Like both my uncles are truck drivers. Maybe I can do that, or maybe I can work on ships and I'll get to travel that way. And then I
Mhm.
just live somewhere near a port, and then I'm off and I'm back. And
Yeah.
but I'm saying like that was a sustainable career for someone of my like a basic entry job where I could
Yeah.
support myself.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets to get the cool fucking job in their hometown,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's kind of something that's like missed on people. Well, they're like bummed that they have to go work at Amazon that's out of town now.
Or also, I don't think people really think about it. I think people just kind of go from lead to lead, and wherever they end up, and they don't really like aspire for anything. They're just kind of living life in the moment.
Well, no, that was kind of the whole thing we are talking about too, with the whole like, you're saying about the fucking brother and sister step brother porn, where you're like, oh, I'm saying no, this is a thing because I was like, why the fuck is this thing like so popular?
Oh yeah, because people are lazy.
Because people are lazy.
Yeah.
People just want, like you said, they want the sex to be
Yeah,
localized
it's just
and
there.
easy there
Man.
and stuff, and that's the appeal subconsciously.
Man, for me, it's like I'm turned on by the idea of like going out, meeting new people, the chase. You know, like can I buy you a drink? Like where you from? And da 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 da. But if other people just don't give a fuck about that,
Well, I
and
mean,
they're more intimidated by that.
that I think too. It's not that. It's just the lust aspect of like fucking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm
like,
saying that's the
it feeds into it.
that's part of, like I said, like that'll be the future of control is a simulator. Where like
yeah,
you're just, where you're like putting the simulator as an eyes wide shut
yeah.
thing where like you're invited to a party
Mm-hmm.
and if you do this,
You
sign
have
this
a, you have a
contract,
suit that just makes
Yeah.
you feel
you'll
like
be
you're
part
there.
of you'll be part of the elites, the secret
Bro,
elites.
I would do that.
and then you'll get and, you know we'll bring you like these girls to fuck you in masks.
Yeah, I would definitely do that. Like if I could, like, yeah, be put in a VR thing that just makes me feel like I'm there. Why wouldn't you do that? I would, but I wouldn't stay in there forever. But then again, maybe this.
But I'm saying
reality
that's
is
going to
that.
be the carrot on the stick that fucking takes you to go work at Amazon. Like, well, guess what, dude? You earn
got
you earn
bonus
76 hours in the simulator, and then like,
Oh my
hell
god!
yeah.
That's some Black Mirror shit.
It's,
I hate to say
yeah.
that, but it's so true.
or it's
like,
kind of like Minority Report.
yeah, Minority Report. COVID-19. This is a global
Which
problem.
I'll have to break in. We're kind of handling okay,
yeah, we're kind of doing it.
and the reason why I think why like it's still lingering around, and I say lingering and not like fucking
Full-blown,
shit up,
yeah,
is
killing us.
because we've just gotten good at it.
Yeah, we kind of understand.
Lazily, we've like, oh, okay, we'll just
If
blah
you
blah
feel
blah.
sick or if you feel weird, don't hang out with people.
Like we should have
put a
been
mask on.
like this thing should have been like killed half the population,
If it was bad.
and
If
no,
it
I'm
was-
saying no, if we didn't like have basic things like washing hands.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Like
it
we're
would've
literally
fucked us
like,
up.
all we're doing is covering our mouths and using hand sanitizer and an absorbent amount, and we're still kind of winning
Yeah.
this thing.
Oh, but-
we're whooping its ass lazily.
Yeah, another thing I've heard though is that COVID is just easy mode pandemic. Like it's not as deadly as like the Spanish flu or the Black Plague.
No, I'm saying it's the same, but we've adapted.
Yeah,
better at it.
we're handling it, and we have way more advanced. Again, like I said earlier, we're future men.
I'm saying,
we're
yeah,
handling it
they
well
didn't-
with our
they-
our
They're talking about like
technologies.
when Spanish flu and typhoid happened, like people didn't have soap.
Yeah,
They ain't like soap was like a luxury item,
yeah, but it was still also very deadly.
and it was just like
And it was spreading
like just the idea of you washing your hands or shitting
Maybe yeah,
or
maybe
shitting like using drinking water that was near like where it's the sewage
it was still cloudy.
was still like like if it's if it's yellow it's smell, if it's brown send it down, like
oh god,
I'm saying, like the water was like had shit in it. Like we drink purified water now.
yeah,
All of us do.
Yep, it's a
If
luxury.
there's a fucking
We're-
little, if there's like one little
we-
fucking speck in my water, I fucking
Yeah.
throw garbage water.
Earlier we were talking about like, oh, the rich are on us and blah blah blah. But like our standard of living here in the United States, oh man,
Yeah.
we're very very fortunate and very lucky.
If I took a shit, if I dug a hole and took a shit near when I was camping, and I took a shit and that was anywhere near the campsite, you would look at me like, you sick fuck.
you savage,
We have to eat like
I
near
should
here
say
and stuff
that.
like that, like instead of just being like, oh well, we're camping and that's convenient. You
Yeah.
go that way.
You gotta go. You gotta really.
I'm saying
hide
we
that
do
shit.
like us as people, modern people. We have a certain standard that is a lot higher than it used to be.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of those reasons.
Mhm.
Like, well, we don't want to get, like, why do you wash your hands before you eat? Why do you fucking clean your plate? Why do you use clean water? Because we've already gone through that, and so we
Yeah.
take these basic precautions to like, and it's kind of working. The only thing that sucks when you have people who just don't want to play by the rules, and there are outliers. Look at me. I have not got COVID, and I've done everything to get COVID.
Or you probably had COVID, but you just don't show symptoms.
That too. Or I've like we went
But
skating all the time with people. I
I
don't
don't know
wear-
if we're gonna put
I
this.
don't
in.
wear a mask when I go skating with them. They're random people. They go do their lives and come back.
Yeah, it's kind of like
I've hung out in big groups and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I do wear my mask all the time. When I walk around the park, I still wear it. When I go in public, I still wear it. At work, I wear it. But
Mhm.
I haven't dude. My friend is a pharmacist, Dr. Pat. He doesn't go near anybody. He's a fucking doctor. He knows what's up.
Mhm.
He reads journals and he fucking talks to other people in the fields. And if he's most physicians take this shit seriously.
Oh yeah, you have to.
And if they're taking it seriously, you should probably listen to them.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone out here who's like, besides maybe the doctors on TV who are like trying to hustle you for mask money or,
Yeah, vitamins.
and, I think
Vitamins.
they're like, oh, I see what, can happen with this thing. And, We need to take every precaution we can.
Yeah, but I believe that people aren't taking it as serious as we should be because not many people are dying. If this pandemic was actually killing, like if 1 out of 5 people were dying,
not only that,
I feel like people would really be like,
ever
like,
since
we really gotta take
ever
it
since
serious.
9/11, we just been on fucking.
Just auto mode.
We've been on fucking. We've been on all gas no brake mode.
Pretty much. That was another thing.
The new cycle. We're always in fear. We're always in danger, and we're always
desensitized to it. That was another reason I've been thinking about the Columbine shit because it's so overstimulating. Like I stopped looking into COVID because I was just like, I really don't give a fuck no more. Like if this is gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Like who gives a flying fuck with this situation? Because like I was saying earlier, this is a global thing that no one is doing anything about it. Because no one's doing anything about it. Everyone was scared like the first couple months, like the first 3-4 months, people were taking it serious. But now at this point, South Africa is is horrible. Brazil's horrible. China's freaking the fuck out. Like we really can't do anything about it. It just is, And now we just kind of have to go into like auto mode and just be like desensitized from it. Until something horrible happens.
We're all gas, no brake.
Because we're already used to living like that because terrorism.
Until COVID knocks down like the Golden Gate Bridge or something, like we're not gonna.
Yeah, we're not. Like if Trump had died and Pence had died,
and even
from
if like
COVID, then everybody would have been like, "What the fuck?"
I think if Pence, Christie, and Trump would have died of COVID,
could you have imagined that?
People would have been like, it's a conspiracy.
Do you think?
They got, oh, fuck yeah. They'd have been like, oh,
bro, I think that would.
They got the JFK.
I feel like people.
They got the JFK.
Yeah, there would be those groups.
They got the JFK,
but I feel like the majority of people would have really been like, holy shit, like what the fuck? Like,
I think some people would have been like, oh fuck, I was at that rally.
Yeah,
but a lot of people would have been like, JFK.
Trump,
I was at that rally. I'm fucking fine.
I saw them syringe Trump in the neck
dude,
when he wasn't
JFK,
looking.
Dude.
Get the brain. But that's what I'm saying. It's like
CIA. Deep state.
It's just something that happened. Like Trump had COVID, and he fucking just was just like, "It's nothing. I'm fine. Like everybody relax." I wasn't relaxed. But
no, fuck that. He was like, "I'm strong as.
I'm Uber Mitch now." They gave me all the steroids.
He's like, "I got COVID and I survived. I'm hella strong." Fool.
Yeah, but I feel like that gave the signal to everybody, like, all right, like let's be chill about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When in reality, your doctor friends
let's storm that fucking Capitol.
Yeah. No, you didn't. You weren't there.
Selfies.
But
that's what's tight about
technology nowadays,
dude.
But I'm trying to bring
people storm that Capitol for one fucking reason. It wasn't to fucking start a revolution.
It was to get the
location. Get the fucking likes, dog.
It was to get the location tag.
All it was for the gram. That's all that shit was. I don't care what anyone fucking says. All that shit was for a spectacle and for the gram. Anyone that believes QAnon or still is holding on to QAnon can go, like, seriously.
That is ridiculous.
But all it is a game. It's just a game that was started by fucking people on 4chan for a fucking laugh and then maybe got taken over by people who saw it as a powerful way to, like, mobilize people.
Yeah.
But all it is
money off of them?
It was just a farce, and people get bored, and it is. It's like an interactive movie where,
and people want to believe.
Yeah, it's an interactive movie where you're like, oh, I get to, like, be part of this, like, this little storyline, and then I get to show up, and there's other people here, and it's like a LARP,
Yeah.
But
LARPing for Q,
dude. Anyone that's still like holding on to it and is just like waiting for I'm waiting for the breadcrumbs to drop, dog, from the beggars, and like I'm
ready for Hillary to get locked up.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Hillary to get locked up, and and fucking the Great Awakening, and like.
Great Awakening's already happened. It's happening. It's the internet.
Dude.
But this is okay. So that was a very, very long tangent.
Great Awakening is Pokemon Go.
Yeah. Well, that's what we call an arc. But what I was trying to say about the whole Greek thing is this: we as humans, crude monkeys. Yeah, I get it. Cavemen. We kill each other, rape each other, whatever. There has to be something that comes into our lives that's otherworldly that makes us kind of reevaluate shit and kind of stop all that. And I feel like that's the internet for us. In our situation, it's the internet.
It's going to be what I call the simulator.
But it's a very double-edged sword because out of the internet, you get the Wall Street movement, but you also get QAnon. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be the eyes wide shut simulator. It's going to control people. I'm serious. That's my theory on it.
You're going to be able to VR into.
They're going to trick you
and stuff.
Once we get low jacked with the Wi-Fi chip in our brains, we're all going to do it. Anyone that says they're not going like Ghost in the Shell is a fucking liar.
I don't want to live for that long, dude.
Dude, it's not. It's just once one person does it and has an advantage over you,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
Yeah, pretty
The
much.
minute like someone gets a chip in their brain that like
makes them
like a fucking what do you call it, an Alexa, and they're like they can speak multiple languages and they can answer. They just have the answer in their brain. Dude, you go to a job interview and you're like, this dude speaks like 7 languages.
Yeah,
Do
you
you?
can't- Yeah.
No.
Can't compete.
This person, I can ask them any answer, then they'll know it. I don't even have to train them. They'll just download the training manual like Matrix. Dude, you're gonna get it.
I mean,
You're gonna be Amish, 1 of the 2. You're gonna go. There's gonna be like the Amish, like Brave New World had like the non people, the non fucking epsilons and alphas and omegas and betas.
I just played Cyberpunk 2077, and yeah, everything you're talking about is just like, yeah, people. As soon as the fucking Pandora box gets open, everyone's gonna be doing it.
You're telling me like when people get like the Jax arms, you're not gonna get the Jax arms too because like then they can lift more and they can. I can.
There's no brakes on that train.
Yeah, I can shove more. I can deliver more boxes for Amazon. With a stronger arms.
The only thing that I just don't want to see the sun die. Like I just don't want to be on this planet. When the oxygen falls off of it, I just want to die at a regular age. Even though my perception of a regular age to die at is so skewed, because for me it's 100, when in reality it's like 40.
Apparently there was what was it? It was Scotter Day.
Scotter Day.
It was a block on Sunday where it was like they just had ska.
Oh man, I have a love-hate relationship.
Everyone
with ska.
does.
Yeah. When I was a kid,
no, it's funny. The people like there's 2 types of people. There's people that like ska and then talk about how much they don't like it, and then there's people who don't even like ska and they don't even know what it is.
Yeah,
that's the real people that don't like ska just don't know what it is.
Just haven't been exposed.
And the people that like ska are just like they don't want to admit that they like it. There's like that's so dumb, blah blah blah.
But then you hear those trumpets.
You start bobbing your neck, and stuff like that.
It's a 2-step.
Rancid fucking plays it on a fucking like on the intro of their song. You're like, yeah, whatever.
I remember this from the Digimon movie. Speaking of ska, that brings us to our final ad read.
All right,
because we're at the end of the podcast. Everybody, believe it or not. The next ad is for Ska World. It's a throwback retro world where we're being sponsored by them.
Everything is checkered.
Checkered vans. There's saxophones everywhere. You get to sit at a table and make your own ska salads. So you get to choose and pick what kind of rough boy stuff you want in there. Right? That's a ska thing, right? Roughing it up.
You got a rude boy.
Rude boy. But yeah, use the promo code Exile Island Ska. And
that's another good quote from Sid and Nancy.
Oh, is it?
There's the kid. He was like, I don't want to be a punk rocker no more.
I want to be a rude boy.
And he's like, what are you going to do then? He's like, I'm going to be a rude boy like my dad. And then the next scene you see him in, he's all decked out in like the rude boy gear.
Hey, that's fucking fire. But yeah, use the promo code Death by Island Ska with a big question mark at the end. And get 50% off on your next rude boy salad. Any other? You want to talk about the beer you're drinking or?
I already did.
Any ads? Jasmine teas.
Jasmine tea is fucking great.
Yeah, it's very caffeinated, but yet very mild. Gets the heart pumping, but not exacerbated.
Let's talk about Old Bones pain cream, which I've been using. Really good. It's a skateboard company that makes all. I got a hand brace for my arm too, wrist brace.
Wow.
And they make a lot of cool stuff for the skater that is starting to see his age or her age and
or their age.
And if you gay, you gay.
Alright, come on, dude. We went so good with this podcast without you doing anything like.
I had to do it.
Anything off the handle, dude.
If you gay, you gay.
No, stop. Alright.
Anyways, pain cream.
Speaking of
pain cream,
age catching up with people.
Pain cream, dog. God. You gotta use it. I put it on my mom's shoulder. She said it worked better than CBD oil.
Oh shit!
And I gotta get to my grandma uses this. I go and get her I get her the one from Vibe, but I've also had friends pick up the butter for her. And this cream apparently it doesn't have THC in it or CBD oil.
It has heroin.
I mean, nothing has THC, CBD oil, but this is all natural and it works pretty good, dude.
Dope.
I like it a lot.
It's
not super long term though.
Okay.
It's like it works. You can tell when it's like a pill. You can tell when it's working, when it's not working.
Oh, for sure.
But it's good, and Old Bones Therapy, dude, check them out. They make a lot of cool stuff for skaters. I'm wearing the wrist guard. They have knee braces. They have ice packs, back braces. If you're just get into skating, or you're a little bit older and you're scared you're gonna get hurt, dude, just their stuff isn't.
Just lather it
it's
on.
It's not like pads where it's super bulky. It's like slip on gel stuff.
Oh, the gel. Okay.
So like
for sure.
look
But that
into
was
it.
that was episode 6, everyone, of Death by Exile podcast. Thank you for joining us once again. Subscribe, leave a like or a dislike or whatever the fuck you'd like to do. Leave a comment, a nice PG comment. Nothing about being gay.
If you're gay,
No,
alright.
I mean, if you're gay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah,
Art.
Bob, you
No,
sicko.
God damn it, you did it again. First the colored girl thing and now the not the gay thing. Why do I keep falling
They
for
are
this?
people of color.
No, you're not
Yes,
turning
they,
this
yes,
around.
they are. They are.
Yeah, they are. Oh my god.